Let's get it sparked in here. Let's get it sparked in here. I'm actually feeling so much energy. It's been a fabulous summer already. I just want to say, we ready. We ready. We ready to spark you. Come on, get it again. We ready. Say it again. We ready. We ready to spark you. Welcome to the 10-minute live spark with your girl. We're going to jump right into this. Let me ask you one question. We're going to ask a lot of questions today. How many professional development sessions have you attended that you were genuinely excited about? Probably not too many. Now, here's the harder question. How many actually change what happened in your classrooms 6 weeks later? So you're excited about the PD. 6 weeks later, you're implementing it in your classroom. Anybody saying yes? I don't see a lot of people saying yes. Why not? That's not a criticism of professional development. It's a curiosity question. Because if educators are learning and classrooms aren't changing, hmm, ring my bell. What are we missing? What are we missing? I would love your comments, man. Please put those comments. What are we missing? That's the spark I want us to explore today. I want to know why are we missing something? Why aren't people running to the faculty meetings? Why aren't they running to those professional developments that school districts have, at least 2 or 3 times a year? We've spent decades trying to improve teaching by giving educators more information. Does this sound familiar? More information? Kind of like what we do to kids. We just shoot them with information, right? But what if information was never the missing piece? Man, I'm doing a lot of deep thinking over here. This summer, I've been having a lot of time to think about things, and I'm really curious about this. What if, professional development isn't failing because of the content, but because of what happens after the session ends? What happens? Educational leaders, be real. What happens after those sessions? How are we checking on those practices? How are they actually being implemented? So, where does learning actually happen? What does actually happen? Where causes ideas to disappear after great PD? Have we confused inspiration with implementation? We love some keynotes. We love to bring in some excellent consultants and we love to be inspired, but where's the implementation? Where is the art of teaching improving and thus improving students' learning? And I wonder really if our biggest challenge isn't designing better workshops. Maybe it's designing better opportunities to practice what we've learned. When do we actually get to practice it? Hmm? This 10-minute spark is about questions today and the things I really want you to really think a little deeper about before the school year starts. Think about the best teacher you know in your school or in your district or in your life. What made them great? What made them great? Was it one conference? Maybe they transformation happened. They heard something and it just set them off. Was it one book that they possibly read just made them be a better teacher? Or was it years of trying, adjusting, reflecting, and learning alongside others? Hmm. I need answers to these questions. I don't have enough research. I don't have enough data to know the answers to those questions, but I have some ideas. So, what if the real professional learning happens between meetings, not during them? Because we love meetings, don't we? We love to meet. But how are we reflecting? How are we demonstrating? How are we modeling what we want to actually model in our classrooms? Of us having meetings and nothing is changing in our practice. So one idea keeps coming back to me. We would never expect students to master a concept after it just it just wouldn't stick, right? But we often go to meetings, go to a one-time training, and we expect that learning to stick with teachers. So that expectation to change practice in the afternoon is just realistic. It's not realistic. And I think we need realistic expectations really see an impact. We can really see results. So I know that, but this is our reality, and I don't know if it's enough. So maybe the goal isn't better professional development. Maybe it's creating better learning cultures where we learn something and we actually put it in practice. We're not hypocrites. We're not people who know the Bible and never actually practice it. We know right from wrong, but we never actually do the right thing. We always keep doing the wrong thing. So did we really get the sense of it? Did we really get the sense of the knowledge of the information? So, if you could redesign professional development from scratch, like we're starting all over, we're not going to look at anything that's out there. We're just going to start from scratch. What would stay? What are some of the elements that you would keep, and what disappear? Just need to take a eraser and like make it disappear because it's not helping us. We really need to think about it. What needs to stay and what needs to disappear, space for it instead. What is the missing element? What would make teachers excited? What would help them actually implement it? I want you to really imagine more collaboration, more classroom evidence, more coaching, more reflection, more practice. How can we do that? How can we make PDs about this? I know sometimes it feels like it's a waste of time, but really at the end of the day, when you get feedback, a lot of times teachers always say, I love the ability to collaborate with other teachers to see what they're doing, to see it modeled, to go into other teachers' classrooms. We got to find ways to do this because we're not going to get better until we improve the practice in the art of teaching. Not the art of understanding a curriculum, art of actually conveying information that allows someone to search for the answer versus us giving the answer. This is one of the reasons we're it isn't about having another conference and actually I want to just bring to the stage. Our hope really is that it's the beginning of conversations. Continue long after you leave because see, it comes to change. The more we think and talk who are experiencing the same challenges, difficulties we are, we're coming up. You'll meet educators asking bigger questions. You'll experience learning that's meant to continue back in your schools. I'm not looking for people to just feel good. I want them to go and say, I feel confident doing that. I started a unit with smart tasks that actually gets my students thinking collaborating together, and I do less student in the classroom has a concept. And if any educational leader comes in that classroom, can tell you what the concept is, what they're actually learning, where we are actually going. I am sick and tired of going in classrooms and seeing kids lost when we are halfway in the lesson. Makes absolutely no sense. But it goes back to the professional development. We're not getting enough practice in one thing at one time to put in the classroom to get the feedback we need as a team, one team, not the whole school, a team working towards a goal. And I want people to leave the spark experience. I want them people to leave where you can continue the journey. You'll leave with people who can continue the journey with you. You don't need a lot of people. You just need one accountability person. And if you've been wondering how to create professional learning that actually changes classroom, I think you'll love what we're building together. Registration is open. We'll love to have you with us. It's only going to be a small group of us because usually people who are tired and sick and tired, these are the people who want to change something. And those numbers usually are just a small group of numbers, while later they catch on once they see everyone is doing it. And then they like, oh, okay, I'm going to follow along. But if you know in your heart, you're a teacher right now, and you know you're not sparking curiosity in your lessons or in your units, and you want to know how to do that, come. If you're and you want to know how to make practices stick, you need to come too. You're going to see a model in real time. So I'm a little bit over my time today, but I'll leave you with one final question. And I got a little emotional because this is something I believe in. This is not something I'm trying to get followers or likes or views. I believe there are students looking for leaders to do something different. Sorry. There are students who want to learn. They just don't have the environment. They want to they just because just got too much going. We got too many things that are beyond our capacity as a person to maintain. Because at the end of the day, and we need to start seeing people for people and having empathy for people and knowing that every job, yes, we are all there to do a job, but we are people first. And people want to grow, but we need culture and we need the right environment. So, what if the success of professional learning isn't measured by what, but by what students experience differently because teachers practice differently? Not one feedback at a time. I'm talking about we start looking at our teachers as teams of teachers. We start looking at PLCs as teams that are working to develop the art of teaching. And maybe that's the question worth carrying into the week. Um, Looking forward to next Wednesday. I have an awesome actually, I'm going to be at the Elevate 2026 conference. I'm going to be doing a session on how to go from walkthrough to action. And we're going to break this down. We'll start off with a definition of effective instruction. Because if everyone in your building doesn't know what effective instruction is, what are you looking for in a walkthrough? What are you really looking for? And they need to be able to recite it. They need to know it. They need to have visuals of it. They see models of it. That's the only way you're going to get better. You need to know where you're going. So keep leading, keep wondering, and above, sorry about emotions today. Sometimes that's the way life is. Keep sparking curiosity curiosity. Today I'm going to leave when learning feels alive. I just played it during our special edition of Spark, the Minute Spark Live, because learning should make you feel curious. You should be able to self. And yes, you're going to struggle, but that's a productive knowing that our brain is being stretched and effective instruction for me is that every day students are thinking deeply. That's where we need to get to. So let me pull up this song if I can find it, because all of a sudden all of my things are looking like mixed together and I don't see my music. What happened to my music? It's all good. I'm gonna find it though. I'm gonna find where what happened to my music. Oh, there it is. It just popped up. Okay. All right. And I hope you feel this song. Take the time, listen to the lyrics. And remember, we have all of these songs on fearlesseducator.com where you can feel inspired, where you can feel alive. Because the more we feel alive in everything we're doing, it becomes contagious. And we start sparking things in people, in adults, and in students, and in families that you never imagined was possible.
When learning feels alive.
Thank you for tuning in
Oh,
today to Minute Live.
hey, yeah. Oh, feels alive, feels alive. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Somewhere between the pressure and trying to keep that pace, we forgot what it sounded like when wonder filled the space. Kids stop raising their hands up, teachers stop feeling seen. Everybody just surviving inside somebody else's dream. Trying to hold it together, trying to give what we can. But deep inside we've been searching for something real again. Maybe learning was never meant to feel this heavy all the time. Maybe hearts were made to open before we ask minds to climb. That's when learning feels alive, when every voice can finally rise, when curiosity opens the door and students see themselves inside. That's when learning feels alive, more than standards, more than grades. It's connection, hope, and meaning being built inside the space. Hey, learning feels alive. Oh, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Some kids walking, carrying battles nobody else can see. Some teachers barely breathing, still planting seeds faithfully. But one good question changes everything. One moment can shift the room. One spark can wake a learner up and give exhausted hearts new room. We don't need perfection, we just need a place to begin, where students feel they matter and teachers can dream again. Maybe learning starts with feeling safe enough to wonder out loud.